So I'm not going to use this front frame, but for now, to fit the engine and make sure that, well, nothing's going to move in the wrong spot, I tend to wrench it in every time we put the engine in and up, just to be sure. Okay, this should be in a good spot right now. Let's get the laser on. Let's put the laser in a good position. Always a lot of work to get the laser straight. Have to do what you gotta do. Alright, got the laser point straight. Something is in my tube. Fucking grinding shit. So, got the laser beam off the engine. And if we look at here, we are at 6.6 and over here at 6.6. So that's working really well. So now to make sure that we measure from the same position, 138 millimeters. And then we're off to here, 138 millimeters. Okay, so this engine is in a good straight line. This can go off. This is working good. Here we go again. Holy smoky! It's a lot of welding and grinding, and maybe I'm going too far, but the OEM Plus stuff is kind of getting me again. So what I'm doing, making it all the way in the form and shapes with the chassis rails. The first plan was to make a bracket that was sitting on the chassis rail where we could mount the engine mounts in. But I went a little farther. It's not done yet, but yeah, it's all shaped up and coming out of the chassis rails. The first stuff was engineering the brackets and the threads in it, how to make them rigid and strong enough to lift and hold the engine. And then I figured out, well, why not go the OEM Plus route and make it a little bit nicer to see when we're all going to paint it. The crazy stuff is when the engine is in, it's so tidied that you won't see it anymore. Well, maybe we're going to adjust it a little bit that you still see them. But I'm happy on how this is going. It's a lot of welding and grinding, but the last 2 days went pretty quick on getting this all in. And another side prepared. Got it all in a protective layer for as long as it takes. So we can put the engine in and out as many times as possible what we'll still need. And we can adjust the complete engine bay later on. We're going to grind it down anyway. But for now I want to leave it this way so the welds and all the stuff doesn't going to rust, and I can see how all the spots are becoming and what I still need to address later on. But for now we can go on with the build. The most important thing, that's the engine. So we got both engine mounts ready. Now we're off to the bottom mount. I ordered an original mount. The engine bay is the first steps are done. The engine is fitting. So the next step to do is more motor mounts and more parts to fit. So got the rally up in the air, ready to roll this engine in, and then I will show our plan for this. It's going to be the motor mount that will be under the gearbox to hold it in place for flipping. And that's another original motor mount which we are going to use. Here we go. Well, how about this? Can you see how much room we've got? Let me show you. Well, this is the room we have got to play. It is all so freaking close. But as you can see, all the adjustments we've done, that it just is fitting over here, and over here it's the same. You know, the motor mount over there, it's just inside the frame rails. And then, well, yeah, that's all that we've got left on the rooms. So all the adjustments here and there are just enough to get this bad boy fitted. This will come up here. Well, this is how you put in an RS3 engine in a Mark II Rally Golf. Easy as that. Now we're off to the final motor mount. So these are the parts, and the motor mount will be over here when my calculations are correct. So let's try if this motor mount we ordered will fit. Unpack the bolts, screw it on there, and then I will tell you the idea that I got and what I don't know yet, because I only ordered the parts, if my idea is working. So let's go and let's find out. Okay, so now this is the motor mount, the original one, and this is hitting the original subframe. So my idea is to take the original motor mounts and make a mount for them inside the original subframe. That's why I've got this big pipe. I want to drill a hole of this inside the subframe, then position this in the right position, get this in, weld it all up, and we got the original motor mount on the nice factory place. So actually, I am really happy on how this is hanging. Everywhere we got around 5 to 10 millimeter space around the engine, and if you see it, look at this. This is hanging completely free, and it's hanging in its own way straight. So that means from the factory on, they got a perfect weight reduction on how the engine is sitting. So in my opinion, this is the best way to let the engine sit. They always think about stuff like this. So just leave it this way and make sure that the new mount that we're making will position this in no tension, that it just slides in this way. How crazy nice is this hanging? So this is the motor mount that is hanging all free. So we can scrape it down where we need to drill the big hole for the pipe. But of course, It's not the easiest place to drill because we're not in the center of a rib or not in the center of anything, just in between something, so the drill won't go in there. So we need to figure out how to do that, but well, that should be no problem. Let's scrape it down. So the thing now is, we got in the first episode 100 million times the engine in and out, and I think now the same thing to do for the subframe. So get the wheels off, get the steering rack loosened, and then get the bushings out and drop it a couple of times, I guess. Let's go. Well people, this is a problem. Crazy people in the wrenching world. Original, the VW nuts, bolts are fine thread. And these are normal thread. So all those holes are fucked. We've got another problem. Okay, let me try to zoom in on these bolts. I hope it can focus a little bit. Here you can see all the thread is completely gone. So fucking no idea what they did. All the bolts are fucked. So we're going to change some up and repair some stuff first before we're going to attack the motor mount, because later on, you'll always forget to repair those stuff. So best way to do it, just repair it immediately so you can slowly and happily wrench on further. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, I think I'm kinda lucky. I made a new thread on it and it's still working. So I think we're just getting away with this, and there's no movement on the bolts when it's threaded in, so that's good. So there's no movement on the bolt when it's all in, and it's going pretty smooth. So now it's stuck and there's no movement in the thread from up and down. So yeah, we're getting there. Pew. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit lucky. It looks like that this is something we can do. Okay, we got a water jet, we got two motor mounts, we got this turned out, well, new piece of motor mount from steel, which we need a hole in it for this. So let's quickly make a hole with a water jet and see how far we will end up. Okay, so this is the idea, that this will be in there, like that, welded all in. And just should be able to go like this. Yeah, that's working. Alright. Okay. No way. No way. It is perfect. This is sitting really nice. Now let's weld it all in and then another test fit and get the car on its wheels and see how the engine is sitting. Well, that is another motor mount done, cleaned out some of the old motor mounts from the subframe. I'm going to weld some more welds to reinforce the subframe later on, but maybe there will be some attachments for mounting some stuff in the rest of the build, so I'm going to leave this for now, and just before powder coat I will weld everything. For now it's all, well, good for the test fits and good for now to see how everything is fitting. So look at this beautiful new engine mount. There, it's all cleaned. This is the new engine mount sitting in nicely in the frame. Okay, so let's take this to the Rallye again and finish this off and get all the motor mounts in and put it on its wheel and see how the motor is sitting. And here we go again. Back in. Well, hey. No movement anymore. So this is hanging kind of perfect. Now we can go on building upwards again. Yes, this is how I like it to go. It's looking like it's supposed to be in there this way. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel and see you in the next episode.